it's nice to be able to get centered, get aligned, and hit those headwinds, run into something that would have triggered you big, maybe a few months ago, 6 months ago, a year ago, whatever it may be, and just made you fly off the handle, right? But now you're handling it more gracefully because something has shifted within you. You have grounded more consciousness, which leads to more of a stabilizing energy within your physical body, more grounded to Gaia. So when a trigger happens, you're not flying off the handle. Just the other day, we were out of town, went out of town, my wife and I, for a couple of days, and coming back, traffic was horrendous, construction everywhere, on the highway, just a nightmare, a situation where I would have absolutely flown off the handle in the past. I just get really angry when things aren't flowing smoothly when I'm driving. Or I did, at least. Now I had a few moments where I got a little bit upset, but I was able to pull it back in and anchor in and just kind of go with the flow. Now there was a lot of construction and we were zipping down the highway, and all of a sudden a rock appears out of nowhere, just cracks the windshield, boom, right into the windshield. This is a situation that really would have enraged me as little probably as a year or two ago. But I was able to just kind of breathe it in and take it in stride and just realize that, hey, maybe this is a test for me to see how much I've grown, how much I've expanded. You see, it was interesting to note that when the windshield cracks, we're flying down the highway, we're still an hour or two from home, how I was in this space of neutrality, very even feeling, no emotional sway one way or the other, just a state of acceptance. Just it is what it is, right? You can't change it. Of course, the mind goes to, was I driving too fast? Maybe if I would have been slower, I wouldn't have been in that situation. And it tries to play that game, right? But you observe it and you realize that that's what the ego does, right? We were in this situation at that moment because we were meant to be. And I look at that event as an event that allowed me to observe how much I've grown. The mere fact that I could take this event and be graceful through it was a testament to that. So you're going to find that you're going to encounter some triggers, and it's really important to see those triggers as an opportunity to see how much you've stabilized, how much you've expanded your consciousness, how much your frequency has risen. Now, some of these triggers could temporarily drop your frequency. Of course, you're going to feel the corresponding emotions. But again, if we're hitting that headwind and we're remaining anchored and stable, the subconscious kind of takes over to keep us in that position, right? So we don't allow the mind to kind of wing us off one way or another. We stay anchored in, we stay stable, we breathe, and we realize that we're having this experience as part of our growth, as part of our expansion and consciousness. And if we look at those experiences, we can really, if we can do it with awareness and with presence, we can really get a sense for how much we have grown through all of this wonderful work that we've done. We've experienced dark night of the soul, right? Some of us multiple times. We've had a lot of times where we were sitting in that spiritual void and not feeling very good, depressive kind of state, right? Not knowing what our life purpose was, right? We get knocked out of alignment. It takes us a few days to get back in. But when we get to the point where we could have something like that come out of the blue, boom, and it's like a big sign right in your face, like, hey, are you going to remain stable during this incident? Those are the golden opportunities to really appreciate all the work that we've been doing. And when we could take that energy, continue to anchor it, and just allow these experiences to happen and not get into resistance, we can take that stability, that stabilizing force that we are, our light, and we can project that out into the collective and help them. Because when things that the ego would perceive as bad happen, and they do happen, when others can look at us and be that stable force in those situations, that helps to calm them as well. It brings stability to their field, to their energetic field. And that is very contagious. And that's what we're here to do. So next time you guys run into some sort of a problem, I want you to take a look at it from that perspective. First of all, feel it, and allow yourself to kind of slip back into that space of neutrality and just breathe with it and allow it to pass, because it happened. You're not going to change what had happened, but we could remain stable and we could get a good sense of how much we've expanded, how much we've grown in the process. So if you guys know anyone that this video could help, definitely share this. This is a good one to share for those that are being triggered and are having issues or are stuck with that. This can definitely help them get through it. I appreciate you stopping by. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Give the video a thumbs up if it resonated. I would so much appreciate it. Thank you.